Okay, back again. Lovely day here. So I finally cleaned the floor. It was quite a lot. It was probably about 2 kilos of grinding disc on the ground. It's looking good. A bit hard to see, but I'll go back this way. So I've sort of buttoned up all of this. What did I do yesterday over here? I just put a stainless steel strengthening bar under here where this pedal is. So, and then what I'll do is I'll box that over to just tidy it up later on. This is all freed now, so that works perfectly. It's probably just a matter of just moving these in and out depending on how much movement I need for this. I'm sure I can always adjust some other way, but yeah, I'm about ready to make the housing for the cylinder. Doesn't look like it'll be that big a deal. Yeah, there's looks like a stamp date on that, 55. 9th to the 3rd, 55? No. I think they worked in shifts, so it was like the 3rd shift on the 9th month of 55. I don't know how it all works. I've got it written down somewhere. It's interesting when you see these numbers. Get out of the way. I don't know if you can see that. There's some more numbers there. Yeah, there's some more down under here too. Yeah, so anyway, I'll get to that section in a moment. So I finished off all of these underneath. I just welded the hell out of that, put about 2 layers of plate in there, welded each layer, ground it, and then welded it back in again. I really wanted to make sure that was strong. Same as this side of here. It's not been cleaned yet, but it's all married in with the new one. You can probably see the angles there. Yeah, so that follows the correct angle. This one's a little shallow here, just this bit here. It needs to come out to match this. It's just that it was different stuff, so that was the angle of that beam coming in, so I just followed that and then kicked it out a little bit and then brought it sort of in line with the other one. But if I feel so, I probably will anyway, but run another piece there just so it looks sort of even to this one. It's definitely strong, but I finished up those ones underneath from the previous video where I said I couldn't get to them, so there was a bit of working in little patches in there and then little filler pieces, and then going around where that bar was to square that up. And there's about 5 pieces in there. There's about, I don't know, 6 or so in that one. There's probably about 6 in this one as well, so fair bit of work there, just tedious little stuff, but yeah, a lot of grinding and re-welding. So yeah, just steady catch the monkey, or slowly catch the monkey, as they say. So what I've decided to do here is, it's all a bit too crazy for me to attack all at once, so just working slowly, what I'm going to do is if you come around this side, this is where you see a lot of guys in videos trying to attempt this, and then it's joins onto under here. And if you look, this is where it actually comes down, and it looks like there's a little bit of a gap between where mine is and that is. So that's okay for me. But this is going to be relatively an easy fix, because it's just one bend and then a curve, and I've only got to match this this profile here. There's a bit of hammer work I've got to do. It's been through the ringers, this thing, so it was cut with an angle grinder the day that they pulled it out of the swamp area. I don't know why, because you know, this is how I received this, was just this one piece. There was no where the seat goes, like where the edge of the seat goes, and then there's the dog leg there. None of that was there, so that was all cut away, and this was just cut straight down the guts. So I've got that piece, so I'm just going to basically put it back on there, but I won't be doing that for a while yet, because it'll take up too much room, and I've only got limited space in here. So you know, there's a couple of things I can attack now. You know, it took me a little while just now to clean up the garage, and I was thinking about it, the way that I've got this set up now. I've sort of got it strapped to my trolley, and I can actually get around the whole thing now a lot easier than before, working vertically. And I plan on painting this with some bitumen paint fairly soon anyway, so this will be much easier to get both sides. And I'm not going to be painting the outside of these sill plates with the bitumen anyway, because that'll be done later on when the actual sides of the bus are attached. So as far as down here on the underside, I won't need to paint that, but and I probably won't paint this top side either just yet, because I'll have to be bringing out a lengthening beam probably right across, so I don't want to be scraping off bitumen and then welding to it. So, but as far as all of these go, and the inside part, that's all able to be done. That whole back section, I'm just going to coat that whole thing with bitumen and be done with it, and it'll all look one colour then. I'll leave the spring plates, the extensions that go out to the transmission, and the wheels, I'll leave them alone, and but the rest of it, so all bitumen coated. And then when I come to do the floor, I can just grind off sections that I want to weld to. Actually, it might be a better idea just to not paint this top surface, but do the bottoms, the sides and the bottoms. Or I could run some tape along. I think they were done in twos. I'm still undecided about this floor. I might just make little sections, or say this one, or half of this one, and then another one, and 2, 3, 4, 5, so five lots. I've got that side part, so they'll only be coming to sort of there. I just think it'll be much easier in that little bead roll that I've got. But anyway, back to this. So you can see that this is all blown out here, and there's a little bit of welding I've got to do just through there. That frame is not finish welded, just up the top there, because I couldn't get it with the stinger. So what I've decided to do with this floor is not take the whole thing out. I was going to take it out, but there's a lot of buggerizing around, and I think, to be brutally honest, it doesn't need to come out. I'm just going to patch the sections that that I need to, and keep the appearance of something old there. So the idea is I'm just going to cut straight along this line, the grinder, and then depending on how bad this is here, I may just cut across here to give me something easier to weld to. And there's a little section here I'm going to have to replace. So cut along here, and then I can easily make this bit up in the bead roller, and then it comes out further to this distance and then jots down, and I dare say it backs onto this, so that's what I'll be doing from there down to wherever I can get away with it. If I can go, oh, it's pretty rusty down there too, it's blown away down there. I might be able to just come up and then across and then up, whatever's easiest for me really. I have to cut a bit of this out of the way as well. There's a bit going on up here, so once I cut this one, I'll probably cut this one, and then I'll come in and I'll cut this. Move that out of the way, and then yeah, I'll probably, depending on how far down, like that one hole there just looks like it's a singular hole and the rust stops, so I might just throw a washer in behind and weld that on, and then come straight across here, straight across, throw a bead in the patch that I do, and then go right to the end there. Yeah, go right to the end, come straight across. I could probably come across to here, but so there's one patch, then there's another one, so that's two, and then what I'll do is once they're in, it's like a layer cake, you know, you've got different levels, so it's alright cutting it all out, but putting it back together I've got to do it in certain stages. So obviously once this is all gone, once this is gone, I really don't want to cut too much of this out. Even if I can get away with this line here, that'd be great, because then that's just one flat piece with an edge on it. So to there, and then because I have to mimic this side, so it's got the little foot there for where the seat is, or the seat rubber. That's just all gone there, so that'll be the last thing I do here. Yeah, so 1, 2, and then that's cutting out, and then, oh sorry, 1, 2, 3, and then cut that one out, and then come out the back here and cut this out somewhere where I can get away with it, as far down as I can. There seems to be a flat level here, so I'll probably go straight to that. And I don't think it's going to really matter if the bead's missing there. I'll just hammer that bead flat and then weld to it. So straight across. And actually I might just cut it out and leave it for now, because it looks like it's missing something up here. So if I just cut it out, get it out of my way, put that piece to the side, I know where it's got to go, and then it's got to go to here. So that's relatively minor. Minor issue. So yeah, fun times. I don't really want to scrape this paint off either. I might just, you can see how it's all flaky. I'd like to be able to hit that with some clear coat and make it re-stick. If I can hit it with rust kill very lightly, or even put it in a spray bottle. Spray this area after it's all done, and then depending on, probably hit it with some water afterwards so the rust kill comes off the paint, and then throw some clear. I might even hand paint the clear over it, just so I get that look. I'd like to keep that just on this one section because you know, it's sort of what survived in the vehicle. So yeah, I'd like to keep it as much as I can, show its battle wounds, you know, so it'll have a patched up area there, but the rest of it's showing its age. Yeah. Alright, I'll get stuck into it again.